So I've got to work with tons and tons of different businesses from a bunch of different industries, and some of them are making $500,000 a year, some of them are making close to the 9 figures every single year. And when it comes to their content and honestly just their business success, it all comes down to 3 different things. Timing, they got into something at the right time. The industry that they're in might just be something that pays a lot. And honestly, a lot of it's just luck. And I know a lot of them will want to tell you, I did X, Y, Z, I wasn't lucky. Truly, the ones that are honest with you, they will tell you a lot of luck had to do with their success. And the same thing happens with content and creating videos on social media. A lot of it's just timing, could be the audience or niche that you're in, and just getting lucky at the right time. Now, luck can be a thing, but luck is also defined as when preparation meets opportunity. So having luck means you had to do some work at the front end to then give yourself opportunity on the back end. So I'm going to give you my 10 little hacks that I've come up with so that you could potentially manufacture your own luck. Step 1 is consistency. The more consistent you are with posting, the more likely you are going to be successful. And it all comes down to with at-bats. If I'm trying to hit a home run, if you give me 1 at-bat, it's way less likely for me to hit a home run. If you give me 100 at-bats, it's more likely for me to hit a home run. And if you give me 1,000 at-bats, it's more likely for me to hit 1 home run. So the more consistent and the more times you can post content gives you the most opportunity for something to get picked up. Number 2 is the self-critique. And this is the person that goes on there and says, well, I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. I know it's not going to work for me. Well, you are going to be your biggest critic. And once you can get over yourself and get out of your own head and start putting things out there, the audience is not going to notice things that you notice. And for you to sit back on the sideline and not create content because of your own self-doubt is honestly putting handcuffs on yourself so you can't grow. Number 3 is the perfection syndrome. And this is where you try to make everything perfect before you actually put out. A phrase we love to use is done is better than perfect. Whenever you can start thinking about, I need to get something done, rather than I need to make it perfect, you start putting out more content. And that gets back to number 1 with the consistency. So we want to make sure that our things are improving over time, but sometimes just putting something out into the world, seeing how your audience reacts to it, and then remaking it later is definitely going to improve your chances of getting lucky for something to hit. And number 4, kind of piggybacking off the last one, value is more important than quality. And hear me out, we'll get back to this. But providing value and providing information or entertainment that is your own unique perspective is going to be significantly more important than making something that's really high end but has no value at all. You've seen the people that'll talk and they talk and they've got all this language that they're using and it's very verbose, and then you don't actually know what they said, and honestly they said nothing. And that's how content can be. You can see all these crazy edits and it's got all this stuff, and at the end of it, it's like, well, I actually don't know what I got out of it. So providing the maximum amount of value is way more important than like the production quality of, having all this crazy stuff happen. We want to make sure that we're giving people things that they can actually use rather than just giving them some fluff. Number 5, kind of opposite of last point, quality does matter. So you need to make sure you provide value, but the quality of your content does matter. This is not across the board. This is for my business owner people. When you're posting professional quality looking content, you're using a high-end camera, you're using a microphone, you're lighting yourself properly, you are adding in things where people say, that looks high-end and professional, they probably are worth the money that they're requesting. And that's where this quality really takes place. If you want to charge a premium for your service, you probably should be putting out premium level content. If you're shooting with your iPhone and you're trying to like DIY it, but you charge $1 million for someone to work with you, they probably are not likely to actually spend the money with you. So if you are a high prestigious brand, I would really focus on increasing your quality because people want to spend money with someone that looks like they want to spend money with. Number 6, you need to make the content not for you, but for your audience. A lot of business owners will get out there and they're like, well, I'm going to make this piece of content. I'm nervous about making this piece of content for what my peers are going to say. It's not for you. It's for your potential client. So solve the problems of your potential client before they ever consider doing business with you. Help walk them through the why, and then you can implement the how. When you get stuck into thinking you are the audience for your own videos, it makes you not want to record content. It makes you not want to record videos. So remember, you are not the consumer of your content. You're the creator of your content, but the consumer of your content is who you're making your videos for. Number 7, make sure you learn and evolve over time. You can see over time, social media has changed significantly through the years. And if you're doing the same thing you were doing back in 2010, you're probably not very successful now. Instagram started as a photo-only platform where landscape photographers killed it on there. And now it's turned into a short-form video educational place. And it's starting to go back to the aesthetics with some carousels and, the better looking reels are performing better. But if you haven't evolved over time, your business, if you were only a landscape photographer, probably is dead if you didn't start using reels. So make sure you understand the platforms and make sure you're evolving your practices of what you're doing over time and kind of see, what is my audience changing? What do they like now? Is there a different way they like to consume their material? Because if things evolve and change, you also should too. Number 8 is patience. There's people that will post for a month, they'll post for 3 months, they'll post for a year, and they get nothing off of their social media, and then all of a sudden they'll stop. I got absolutely nothing out of it. Well, getting something out of it could be more than just getting actual clients. Maybe people have been following you, maybe people have been liking what you're saying, they just weren't ready to buy. Maybe they didn't have the problem that you actually solve. Instead of stopping, you need to just keep pushing through to make sure that you're getting your message across. There's a story out there where this guy, he went for years and years and years doing something and he stopped right here. But what he wanted was right here. So we went 10 years of doing the thing. And on year 11, if he would have just kept going, he would have gotten, I think it was like millions of dollars for holding out of real estate or something like that. But it basically just says, if you continue on and just wait, I bet at some point, you're going to get the thing that you're looking for. Number 9, be the hero on just one platform. We talk to a lot of different business owners and they're like, well, YouTube's cool. What about Instagram? There's a TikTok thing out there, LinkedIn, that's blowing up. And they start posting on all these platforms and they're bad at all of them. Or maybe even they're average at all of them. But if they would take all of that effort and narrow it down into just one platform, make specific content for the specific person on that specific platform, they would have significantly better results than spreading themselves too thin. They'd also be able to do more on that one platform. They'd also be able to be better on that one platform. So if you can narrow your focus to one platform, you're going to have way better results than going across all these different ones. And number 10 is the law of reciprocity. Basically what that means is if I do something nice for you, you're likely to now want to do something nice for me. It doesn't happen all the time, but it holds true for a lot of years. So with social media, if I go on somebody else's profile, I see them post something, I leave a comment, they're likely to want to leave a comment for me. They're likely to want to go engage with some of my material. So with the law of reciprocity, the more you can go and be nice to people, the more you can give value on your content, the more you give them free stuff, the more you help them out, the more likely it is that when they can help you, they're also going to do that. So when you ask for someone to share a post that's looking for XYZ, if they're not the person, they're likely to share it and then you will get your reward. So these are 10 things that I've learned across posting 10,000 videos on social media, and all it does is help improve your chances of getting lucky. And if you do all of these things, I think you have a better shot at being successful using social media to grow your business and ultimately getting the life that you want. So if you want to learn how you can better write social media content, I got a video for you right here.